Line drive right field. Over the glove of Grossman. Larnach had to hold up. He's going to be held there. And the Twins have filled the bases. And now Sano goes towards second. And that forces the runner from second. And now it's thrown away. One run will score, and the Twins are going to win the game.
Yeah.
All of that was like watching a Little League game.
No, that is so. What I remember when I played Little League, the biggest thing coaches teach you is don't compound a bad situation, right? If you make an error, just corral the ball, run it in, right? They say run the ball into like your pitcher, throw it over a shorter distance so you don't make a mistake. And everything about that was just misery. So it starts with Grossman, who should have made that catch. I watched it. I remember saying initially, like, it's a tough catch. I can understand why it's not an error. He's got to make that catch. It's a hard catch, but there's way harder. He got a glove on it. He's a Major League Baseball player. You have to make that catch. Now, I mean, Grossman kind of redeems himself because he immediately recovers and he throws a great ball in. It was a rocket to Schoop, right? And because there was only one out, the runners were tagging. So they got the ball in before a run could score. So the Tigers still had the lead to that point. But here's where the chaos happened. And the Twins, had they not made the base running errors, would have been bases loaded and we would have gone to the next batter. Double play still in play, you know. But what happened is
what was that throw by Schoop? What was that?
That was it was an awful throw. And that really was what killed it, because that is what made the ball so muddy and dirty that Haase just fucking butterballed it out of his fingers. But if you watch the clip, watch Sano before the ball, like as the ball is getting to Haase. Sano is actually the one who makes the base running mistake initially. He starts running to second, and then because of that, I think it's Urias on second, who's on second, panics and starts running to third, and it's this point they realize it. Now, there's what Haase should have done here. Now, he could have just held it, which is the safe play. But here's the thing, you want to get the out, right? Then it's one out. You can't get no one scoring a sac fly. Look at Baez up at second base. He's the only one who is where he should be, and he knows where the ball needs to go. You throw it to Baez. Now Urias can't come back to second because he'll get tagged out. And if he goes to third, there's two guys on third, and Soto is covering home. So if the guy on third tries to make a break for home, they'll throw him out at the plate, right? Like, it's just like you have them in a pickle. So, and what would probably happen is this guy on third, I don't think would risk it. They would just run Urias all the way to the bag on third and tag one of them, because there'd be two runners on one base. One of them would be out. Sano would probably go to second, maybe in all that chaos. But actually, if you look, he's actually retreating back to first in this frame we're paused at here. So it doesn't matter what base he's on, because if you tag him out, it's two outs, and you don't have to worry about double play anymore. So yeah, right there you can see they both start retreating. If that ball goes to Baez, he's either going to tag him out at second or chase him all the way back to third base. And like I said, if the guy on third tries to do something funny, Soto is covering home, so he's not going to start running until Haase. But Haase panicked because it was a split-second decision, and he probably had a lot of people yelling at him to throw the ball. And he threw it to third. Now, even if he made a good throw to third, they'd probably still get an out of the situation. But because he sailed it, because it was covered in mud,
and part of that too is like, if you have, I don't know. I mean, I never thought that Eric Haase is a great MLB catcher, right? Like I think that he's good enough to be a backup.
He's a Swiss Army knife. He's a guy he's a pinch hitter. He can play catcher when you need to give Barnhart a day off.
Right.
He can play left field that's what's great about him, is if you need a pinch hitter, position doesn't matter as much. Like if you have Willie Castro or Derek Hill in the outfield, but you need a really clutch hit at in the 7th inning, he can go and then play in the outfield after that. You don't have to use 2 different substitutions. Or again, if you want to, the whole reason Haase was in the game is because Barnhart was the starting catcher,
right?
But they brought in Haase to pinch hit, and that's kind of like the nice thing about him is like if you need a hit in a clutch situation or just need a hit, he's your better bet, and then he can go and play catcher for Barnhart, who, let's be honest, is a weaker part of the batting lineup.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like the offense, I will give you that Barnhart's bat has not been very loud. His fielding percentage in his career, and this is career fielding percentage as a catcher, where you get so many opportunities, right? 99.7%. 99.7%.
No, he defensively he is great, and you know what? People don't realize this, how great a good catcher is for young pitchers, and that's
absolutely.
I think like Skubal, first outing was rough, but it was his first outing of the year. It was cold as shit.